I've gained millions of followers on Instagram for myself and for clients over the past 5 to 6 years. And in those years, a huge amount of growth strategies have come and gone. However, hashtags is one of the few things that has stayed consistent throughout them all. Before the algorithm, before engagement groups, before even being able to share content to your story, before you could even post videos, hashtags have always worked. And so today, with that 5 to 6 years of experience, I'm going to show you the 5 core things you need to be doing to rank your content on hashtags to grow your account with targeted followers organically and do it at a scalable rate so you can get awesome results. Before we get into that, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I post 2 videos like this every single week, all about growing on social media, most specifically Instagram. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe. 2 videos every single week and like the video. It's great for the algorithm, according to Graham Stephan, just what I've heard. Okay, so diving into the video, the first thing that's really important with hashtags is size/competition of the hashtags that you're using. If you're using big hashtags like hashtag motivation, then it's going to be extremely hard for you to rank on those and show up in the top trending section to grow your audience, considering you're probably competing against people like myself who've got motivational pages with 500,000 followers, and then you're going to be competing with people like Drake who have got like 20 or 30 or 40 million, and people like Cristiano Ronaldo who might post a photo and use hashtag motivation and has like 200 million followers or something insane, and you're never going to beat Ronaldo to the top of a hashtag if you've got 30 followers. What you need to do is find targeted hashtags inside of your niche where the average engagement for the top 9 posts, the trending posts on that hashtag, is about the same, if not slightly less than your average engagement, or maybe a little bit more. This way, it's reasonable to expect if you post a great piece of content that you can rank in those top 9 and it's not like out of reach, and you can show up there and grow your audience. Although, don't just go out there for random hashtags that literally no one is using, like hashtag my favorite motivational quote or something like that. Maybe a few people use that. I'm not too sure. I haven't researched that one. But if hardly anyone's looking at the hashtag, following the hashtag, or engaging with that style of content, it's unlikely that you're going to get any benefit from using that hashtag. You're not going to show up, or you might show up on the page, but no one's looking at it. You're not going to get pushed into the Explore feed with it or into people's normal feeds where there are suggested posts. You need to strike that right balance between big enough so that you're actually going to get some exposure from it, but not too big that the competition's so hard that you can't show up to it. And finding that right balance is going to be different based on every account. If you've got 1,000 followers and getting 100 likes per post, it's going to be a different size to if you're getting 1,000 likes per post and you've got 20,000 followers, or if you've got 100k or 40 followers, it's going to be very different based on that. Now, personally, I use a tool called Flick to do this and pretty much automates the whole process. I will leave my tutorial for how to do that below, although you can also do this entirely manually as well, literally just through searching hashtag and then your keyword on Instagram and scrolling down, looking through some and finding some that have got enough engagement that you can rank on and still get some results with. Although I will warn you, that is extremely time consuming, which is why I use a tool. Now, the second reason that you may not be ranking on hashtags is because you could be shadow banned. And that really sucks and is usually a result of you abusing the Instagram platform in some way, shape, or form, maybe through using automation, maybe through spamming follow, unfollow, or doing a lot of actions all at once, or even just spamming bad content. If you have been shadow banned, there is no step-by-step way to get out of it. However, I did put together a video on my channel a few months ago going over some things that have worked for me in the past and that have worked for other people in the Instagram community. They're not like step-by-step exact things that will definitely work, but it's things that have worked in the past for me and may well work for you. I will also link that below. Now, the third reason that you may not be ranking on Instagram hashtags, or something that you can do to rank, is your content is not relevant. When it comes to ranking your content on social media platforms, whether it be through search engines like Google and YouTube, or through hashtags on platforms like Twitter or Instagram or so on, a really big factor is that your content is actually relevant to the hashtag. You can't just use random hashtags and then show up at the top of it if your content is completely different, because a huge part of it is about relevance. Using hashtags as a way to sort content on social media for people to be able to find it easily. For example, on YouTube, if you're trying to rank your video for a certain keyword, it's not about the video that gets the most views, it's about the video that the highest percentage of people click on that search term because of thumbnail, title, and then how long they go on to watch that. Doesn't really matter how many views you have. And Instagram is very similar. Having the most liked piece of content on a hashtag doesn't guarantee that you'll show up at the top of it, especially if the content's irrelevant. If someone searches hashtag Instagram tips, they want to see tips about Instagram. They don't want to see random content of you, out surfing or something like that. So if your content isn't relevant to the hashtag, it's unlikely it's going to rank well because no one's going to click through to it when they're looking at that hashtag, and Instagram will kick it off quick smart. Now, the fourth reason is you may be lacking engagement. And so if you want to rank on hashtags, you do need to get your engagement up. Whilst I literally just said that having the most liked piece of content on a hashtag doesn't guarantee you success, assuming your content is relevant to the hashtags, more engagement is good, assuming it's real. Instagram loves to push good content to their users. It helps keep people on the platform for longer and means that Instagram can show them more ads and generate more of a profit per user. So they do want great content, and they tend to indicate this based on how long someone spends on your content as well as how they engage with it, whether they like it, comment, share, etc. Now, this one is kind of a bad tip because you can't just overnight boost your engagement. It does take time, it does take effort, and it's not something you can just fix instantly. One thing you can do is just focus on building genuine connections with your audience, replying to comments when people comment on your post, liking a few of their posts, responding to DMs, all of this stuff here, interacting with people on your story to build more of a community so that each time you post, your page stands out to your audience as someone that they know, someone that they've had a conversation with. And then you're going to get more engagement, which is going to help you push you not only onto the hashtag pages, but also into the explore and into, people's feed. And lastly, step number 5 is to simply make better content. Now, this is almost a mix of the last two of making relevant content and getting more engagement. But if you simply make content that is so good that it just stands out, it's going to rank well in Instagram. And as this content stands out, grabs more attention, usually it's going to captivate people more, keep them on the platform for longer. And as mentioned, that'll make Instagram more money, and engaging content is what they love. Like I say, it makes them money. And this in general will just help get your content in front of more people. And another really cool benefit of having just better content is not only are you going to rank better within the algorithm, but when people do see your content, whether it be in the hashtags, in the feed, in the explore, someone shared it, someone's tagged their friend in your post, and they do come to your content, they're going to be more inclined to click and look at your page if they see a piece of content that really stands out, especially if it resonates with them. And if your content is really good, when they then click through to your account, you're going to get a higher percentage of people follow you rather than just click off, because if they land there and it really stands out, there's a much better chance that they actually follow you as opposed to if they land there and it's just average, plain, what they've already seen 100 times. So that's 5 things that you can do, or mistakes that you might be making, that is stopping you from ranking on hashtags, and how to fix it so that you can rank your content better on Instagram hashtags and grow your audience. As always, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. As I mentioned, I post 2 videos like this every single week talking about Instagram, new updates that are coming to the platform, social media in general, and making money online, and do a lot of case studies and things that you would probably enjoy if you did enjoy this video and watch this far. So make sure you subscribe. If you have any future suggestions for videos that you want to see me make, things you want to see me try, let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to do that, and I'll reply to all your comments as well. Well, at least for the first few days, and then it could get a bit tough. If you want to follow me on Instagram for Instagram tips, check out my @IGWithJosh account. If you just want to see the personal side of things, just follow me @JoshRyan. That's it from me. See you in the next video.